Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Chet here from Avion Technology. We are a digital agency that works with other digital agencies to help them scale up, turn around, become profitable. We also work with a lot of small businesses. So today's little video is about UI UX strategies for digital marketing. Right? As we all know, digital marketing is huge. It's a huge component of your marketing funnel. You have Insta, you have Facebook, you have YouTube, you have LinkedIn, you have all these different digital platforms, and what they do is help to create more awareness about your business, right? So that awareness helps you get leads. So you definitely need a digital marketing strategy for sure. If you don't have that, that's something that you got to work on first. How much time should you spend on digital marketing? About 2 hours a week at least. Right? If you're a small agency or a small business, you got to spend at least 2 hours a week on digital marketing to get your name out there. So what are some UI UX strategies that your business can employ? So one of the trends that I've noticed is that just the way website needs digital marketing, just the way a website needs UI UX strategies, fonts, and you have your page layout, you have the hero section, you have all these different sections to the website's home page. Similarly, your digital marketing material, right? So your LinkedIn posts, your Facebook posts, the emails that you send out using Constant Contact, SendGrid, Mailchimp, they need to have UI UX as well, so that you get the conversions, you get the impressions, you get the leads, right? So if you have a digital marketing strategy, don't forget to use UI UX best practices. Number one, anytime that anyone speaks about UI UX, the first thing that should come to your mind is information hierarchy, aka taxonomy. All information is not equal. There's some pieces of information that are more important, some which are not. Make sure that your visual hierarchy, your information hierarchy reflects that, right? Number two, responsive design. Make sure that your design is visible across all different browsers, all different phones, all different devices, right? Number three, calls to action. This is the part that I love to talk about, right? Imagine that you go to a hotel from so imagine it's your honeymoon. You're going, so you've flown, you've reached the airport. Now you want to get to the hotel, right? So first you go and look for a sign which says cab, taxi. You go to the taxi. Then you tell the taxi driver, I want to go to this hotel. The taxi driver follows a route, right? He takes a left, he takes a right, he gets onto this boulevard, he gets onto this avenue, and that's how you reach the hotel, right? So that's a call to action. Anything that leads you to your final destination is a call to action. Unfortunately, most apps, most websites, most digital content does not have clear calls to action. So getting a user to a page, to an app, is actually pretty easy. Making them do what you want them to do is the hard part. And so how do you accomplish that? Through CTAs. So calls to action, extremely important. Think about them, brainstorm about them, but have extremely clear calls to action. Next, load speed. I cannot talk about this enough, right? It is extremely important to have really good page load speeds, right? Under 2 seconds, ideally. Why? Because we live in extremely distracted times. There's so many things competing for our attention, like not just offline things, but online things, right? There's just so many of them competing for our attention that it's almost impossible for a person to kind of wait and watch that rotating wheel, right? They don't do that. They just click away. So if you want your page, your site, your app, your marketing content to not become obsolete, make sure you have a really good page load speed. which is under 2 seconds. The last is A/B testing, right? Whenever you're putting content out there, whenever you're putting copy out there, make sure you have 2 versions of it and then see which version gets a better impression. This is especially true for newsletters. Whenever you're sending out mass emails or whenever you're sending out newsletters, see if you can create various versions of it, right? That gives you a chance to kind of experiment with copy, be a little aggressive with one, be a little more less aggressive with the other. So you can do that, but see if you can do some kind of A/B testing, right? Because that's going to give you some data points as to what is working and what's not working. One of the biggest challenges we face in digital marketing is we often don't know what works. We put out random posts out there, some of them stick, some of them don't. We send out, we have email campaigns, and some of them work, some of them don't. And we spend all our time scratching our heads wondering, why? Why is this like so esoteric? Why is this so mysterious? If you can actually find out what is working and what is not working, wouldn't that be amazing? Because that's going to help you put all your resources behind what works, and then that's actually going to start giving you results, right? If you have an email campaign that gets you responses, those responses are going to turn into leads, correct? And those leads are actually going to turn into customers. So if you know what kind of email campaigns work, that's such an amazing data point, right? To know what works. And so make sure you do some kind of A/B testing, right? To see what works and what doesn't. So the key takeaway from today's class is that if you're digital marketing, if you're doing any kind of digital marketing, which you should, you need UI UX strategies for that as well, period, right? It's not that digital marketing doesn't need any UI UX, it does. Follow all the rules that you would follow for any normal digital stuff, like your website or your app, whatever. Follow those same for digital marketing as well. But most importantly, see what works and what doesn't. That's the takeaway. And then whatever you see working, kind of put your resources behind that. I have seen a lot of companies do newsletters. Okay, so the first rule about a newsletter is that do a newsletter only if you can commit to doing it, once a week, once a month, once a quarter, whatever you want to do it. Right? Have an annual newsletter for, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, right? He used to send out an annual letter to all the shareholders, so that's fine. But what's more important is the consistency behind it. You cannot send newsletters once a month and then not send it for 4 months and then again send it for a month. Don't do that. But if you manage to write good copy, if you manage to send it out consistently, if you manage to have really good UI UX around it, then these things actually become incredible weapons in your marketing repertoire. Because what they do is they help your business to stay on top of people's minds, right? Brand recognition. And then when the next time they need that service or they need that product, your name is the first name which comes to their mind. And that's what you want. And digital marketing is a really good way to do that. A, to create awareness, and B, to create brand equity. So I hope this was informative. If you have liked the content, press like. If you want to subscribe, press subscribe. These are my coordinates. Jet here from Avion Technology. Thank you so much. Have a great day.